Phương Anh
and Jasmin Selberg, TOPSAO PODCAST.
Hi Jasmin, it's so great to have you here on our show. Thank you so much for being here today, and you look absolutely gorgeous as always.
Thank you so much for inviting me first, otherwise I wouldn't be here. And who would have thought that we would see each other like 6 months later here in Vietnam? I wouldn't have thought that at all.
Yeah, I understand, but when you are crowned as Miss International, I already knew that you would come here one day.
Really?
Yes, and how do you enjoy Vietnam so far?
Oh, I love the food.
You love the food? You love bánh bao, right?
I do love it. I usually buy it at home, like as a frozen one.
Oh.
And then when I'm too lazy to cook some food, I just put bánh bao into the steamer and then I just eat it.
Yeah, I love bánh bao too. It's a traditional breakfast for everyone here.
It's breakfast?
Yeah, it's
actually.
breakfast.
Yeah.
We eat Santi food for breakfast. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I had no idea. I just ate it for late lunch, late breakfast usually, or took it with me to university.
Yeah.
So that's how I ate it.
It's a big difference between Asian cultures and Western cultures.
Oh, there is.
Yeah. But anyway, let's talk about you. So how is your journey so far as Miss International 2022?
So I have been 7 weeks in total in Germany this year, which is not even in a row, but really like 1 week in Germany, 1 week or a whole month somewhere else. And then at the same time, in between my travels, I've been only 1 or 2 days at home and then I already went to the next country. So for example, when I started my travels earlier this year, I started in January, so I visited Estonia in the 2nd week of January and stayed there for about 15 days. And then I came back to work in Germany again, and then 2 weeks later I went to Austria to work, which is, just my private life. And then I already started traveling in March to Namibia. And then 1 day after Namibia, I was flying to Estonia already for a whole month to keep on working there as an actress. I got my first lead role in a short film for a film festival. And thank you. And then I came back from Estonia and went 1 day later to Belgium. So it has been quite hectic. And then a week after Belgium, I was taking a time out. I spent my time on the countryside in Germany, in East Germany actually. Then I already had to go to the Czech Republic to attend my 2nd national beauty pageant there, to sash and give flowers to the new winner. And then after the Czech Republic, 1 day later, I came already to Indonesia. And now I came yesterday from Indonesia to Vietnam, and after Vietnam I'll go to the Philippines. And so my traveling has been quite busy, I've been quite busy with traveling actually.
That's a lot of traveling, right? But I guess that's the work of Miss International, right?
Oh, definitely. I'm telling you, I've been Miss International since years already, unofficially, because I've been traveling quite a lot in the past few years as well. I've been working abroad and everything like that already. And of course, I had a lot of international relationships with friends, family, etc. So that's what actually, I think, maybe even helped fulfilling my destiny to become the actual Miss International. But yeah, I must say traveling has been quite exhausting at times, but hard work is never hard work. So I really try to focus on myself at times so I can gather some energy and then give it to you back.
Yeah, that would be really awesome. So tell me about your experiences when visiting different countries, and especially the charity work that you have done in these countries.
So the first charity work I've done was actually it was SDG work, which I started in Germany. And that is, I met up and have spoken to several charities and local institutions about how they are fulfilling the SDGs, and also how we could, as single people, actually contribute to the SDGs. So that's what I've been working on in Germany. For example, I met up with a company to talk about industrial SDGs, because we as private people cannot really make a change in industry. but we can talk to people in the industry. Like it was a company which was making filters for hospitals, etc. And then we met up and we actually started talking about the SDGs in general and also how they incorporate women empowerment in their company. Like 50% of the whole company is already female, for example. So that is really something that moved me. And then I actually contacted and have spoken to the local cat rescue in my hometown, Dortmund. And we have planned to also there's no SDG for animal rescue, but we have planned to start a project which is basically telling people about how to be a responsible cat owner. And that is, for example, not letting your cat free roam outside because cats kill a lot of native birds in Germany, for example, and that is why you don't hear it chirp anymore as much, for example.
I understand.
Yeah.
You have cats, right?
I do have 2 cats, and they are both indoor cats, which I usually walk on the leash, for example, so that they can still have their freedom without killing another animal or getting run over by a car, for example, and therefore being a safety caution for other people, for example, if they suddenly hit the brakes with the car.
Yeah, I understand. I also have cats as well.
Really?
I have 2
Oh,
at home. Yeah.
so nice.
And I have to say, all the work that you have been doing is very inspiring. And do you agree with me on the fact that a beauty passion is a great platform for us to advocate on something that we truly believe in? For example, for you is the partnership with industries and with different companies.
Well,
and
it's
with animal shelters as well.
Yeah, it's actually like the local companies and shelters, etc. Because I have worked in an animal shelter ever since 2018, since I was 18 years old and it was officially allowed to do that. And what I've noticed was that most of these animal shelters need our help, need our donations, especially the ones that are being made or held by private people, because I know that even though we are like seen as an institution by the government, we still are dependent on the donations of the people around us. And you can actually see where that money goes if you spend the money, or if you even give like blankets for the animals or other things like food, which is not seen when you donate to really big companies. I'm not gonna say any names, but that is how people have actually lost trust into institutions which are worldwide, actually. So that is why I promote that you can make a change by helping your local shops, by helping your local charities, by helping your local animal shelters, etc. So that is what I really want to stand for as well, that like this, everyone can actually make a change. And that is like, for example, I went to Namibia and we went to an orphanage, the Hope Village, together with Miss Supranational, actually, Lele Swane and team. And that really touched me because I brought some presents from Germany myself because I had one day notice. And already these small presents made these kids really happy. And also our presence there as beauty queens made them really happy, which really still really touched my heart.
Yeah.
And then I went on to, when I came to Indonesia, we went to plant some mangroves. And I know, for example, from my biology and geography class, how important mangroves are to keep away, for example, hurricanes. Wait, it's hurricanes, right? Like the...
Yeah, hurricanes, tornadoes.
No, not hurricanes, but I think it was when the water comes. Forgot the English word.
Tornadoes?
No.
Tsunami.
Tsunamis, yeah. So by having mangroves in the nearby the sea, they can actually break tsunamis, for example. So that is already not only beneficial for the environment, but also the people, because of course mangroves also help to reduce CO2, right?
Yeah.
So it is walking hand in hand, just like that.
Yeah.
You help your people and the environment by planting these plants. So this is what I really also take inspiration in.
Yes.
And then today in Vietnam, we visited the nursing home. And I was actually asking like, oh, how much is it actually to live here? I asked Phung Nhi about it. And she was like, oh, so because these people have served our country so well, it's free for them. Which is also really, really inspiring to me, because it tells me that Vietnam as a government gives back to the people who have actually done something for them. And that is also why I value this so much.
First of all, I would like to say that all you have been doing is very meaningful. And I understand that as beauty queens, we have the influence, and we also have the responsibility to promote good cause in the community. And for you, on the work you have been doing so far in this journey as Miss International, is very inspiring and very meaningful. And for example, myself, I am a big fan of yours, and I follow closely your Instagram, and I saw a lot of your activities.
I see your comments all the time.
Just want to show support to all of your activities. And I'm sure all the girls, especially the young girls, when they follow you, they will get inspired the same way that I am.
That is what I really hope, actually.
For example, when I was competing for Miss International, my SDG was about education as well. And it has always been something that really matters to me since I was a child. And now, even after I finished my Miss International journey in Vietnam, I still continue to advocate for education. And I believe that joining Miss International or any other beauty pageant will make a great impact on a person, right? As contestants.
I definitely agree, because for me, just because I have a crown, it doesn't make me a better person. But the only thing it gives me is like the platform to actually advocate for what I think is important in this world and what I think is needed to be changed in this world. And like, I still feel like I'm not doing enough with my platform and with the title that I have. Like, I still try to do as much as possible.
You have been doing so great. So great.
Thank you.
I know that your journey to Vietnam this time is to welcome the new representative of Vietnam, which is Miss NGUYÜ. So can you share with us about your feelings about the new representative?
So I must say, Nhi is a really kind person, which is what I really value in not only a Miss International, but in a human in general. So seeing her acting very kind with the people around her, always smiling, always lighting the room up as soon as she enters it, gives me hope that the next Miss International top 15 will be maybe for her. I won't give any promises because it's not only on me, but I really like this girl.
Yeah, me too. Everyone loves her here. She's like the true definition of sweetheart in Vietnam.
I heard. See, that's the thing. When I first saw her, one of the first things I said to her, "You're so beautiful. I can't even look at you."
I said everyone say about you as well. You're like a true Barbie doll.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I heard that. I should accept Barbie as my official nickname by now.
You should include it in your Instagram. Can you send a piece of advice to our Miss International Vietnam 2023?
As someone who has competed in 3 different international pageant systems, I would always say learn about the culture of the country that you're visiting, and definitely also learn about the etiquette. So for Japan, for example, it would be always be kind, and of course people like it if you also learn a little bit of Japanese, because it shows how much you value the country and their culture. And it's also because Miss International is a competition that likes to promote culture, and also, but not only of Japan, but of course of every other country as well. So I think that is also a little piece of advice that I would give Nhi and also all the other girls that are going to be delegates of Miss International.
Would that be the message you will send to our new representative for the next Miss International?
Oh, of course I would do that, because for me it is important like to have action and reaction, and to just make an impact already before you start saying something that you might not be able to fulfill. So that is a really important value. And at the same time, I really want the next Miss International, but also in general, people just to be kind to each other and to help out where there is help needed, because you never know when you are the one who needs the help.
Yeah, I understand. And on this podcast, would you like to share a message to all the girls and to all the fans who have been supporting you from the very beginning?
Of course, I would. So coming here to Vietnam, but not only Vietnam, also all the international people who might be listening to this podcast very soon, who knows. I really want to say that I'm really grateful that you have been following me on my path as Miss International and also as Miss International Germany, or in general just as Jasmin. And I value that a lot, because this is a kind of support that I would have never thought I would receive in any step of my life, during my teenage years especially. So I would like to say that, let me think.
Would you like me to teach you a Vietnamese saying?
Oh, of course.
Maybe you can say I love you in Vietnamese.
Okay.
That would mean a lot to all the viewers.
Of course.
Yeah,
I do love Vietnam.
Oh, you can say tôi yêu Việt Nam.
Tôi yêu Việt Nam.
Yeah. Or tôi yêu các bạn.
That's harder for me.
Tôi yêu Việt Nam it is.
Tôi yêu Việt Nam.
Yeah, so it's very lovely. And Vietnam, and I'm sure everyone on the world who has the chance to meet you will feel the same as well.
I'm really grateful that you give me this platform here to talk about what moves me.
When we have the chance to get to know you and to learn more about all the things that you advocate, about your message and about your personality, we have a firmer belief that you're going to win Miss International. And you will be the great representative for all of us during
No
that
way.
year. And you did, and I have to say, well, on behalf of all the girls who attend the competition, we are very, very proud of you for
I'm humble.
representing all of us. And we are very inspired for all the work you have been doing on this journey. And I'm sure that after this journey, you will continue to shine as a person, not just as Miss International, but because of your compassion, your kindness.
Who's cutting onions?
It's the onion, right?
There's onions. I can smell them.
Thank you so much for coming to this podcast and for all the valuable work you have been doing in this journey.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I try my best to do more and
You are
help
doing
more.
your best. Yes.
Always.
And last but not least, I would like to say thank you to Jasmin for coming to Vietnam and for being our beautiful, smart and kind Miss International. And we wish you the best, and we will give you the best support on this journey.
Thank you.
Thank you a lot. Thank you, Jasmin, for coming on to this podcast.
Thank
and we
you.
wish you well and luck and great health
Thank you.
for your traveling and for your journey as Miss International. Thank you so much.
You're crying as well. Stop. Stop. Stop.
I will not look at you anymore. Okay, it's back.